This is a unique beast. Why do I say unique and why do I say beast? Well, with a 3-litre V6 petrol engine under the bonnet giving you 292 kilowatts, that's unique and it makes it a total beast. Watch more and you'll find out. Hi, I'm Alan R from MotorMatters, CHANGECARS and all things motoring. What have we got here? In absolute black for a change, the Ford Ranger Raptor. You know it's a Raptor immediately. Firstly by the stance, the raised stance. Secondly by the blacked out front grille with a black Ford lettering that's seriously bold. And wait till you see it in your rearview mirror on the highway. And of course you've got the skid plates, you've got all these kinds of things that tell you this is the off-road daddy of off-road daddies in the Ranger range. You come around, you can see how mean it looks. You've got these massive 18-inch wheels over here, black alloys. Look at the space you've got in the wheel arch for articulation, because now Raptor means upgraded Fox suspension, upgraded over the other models in the range. Some of them have a bit of the trickery. This one's got all the trickery. And by trickery, I'm including what Ford call the Baja mode, B-A-J-A, which is named after a very famous off-road race in Mexico, just as a bit of useless information for you. You put it into Baja mode, it turns off all the nannies. Okay? You get my picture. That's where it goes into fun mode. But you better know what you're doing and you better be in the right environment. I don't want to encourage otherwise. You've got this massive side step over here. Really is significant, it really is big and strong and everything else to give you, obviously, the access you need to get in. And a nice grab handle there, because look at this. I mean, now I feel like I'm a big guy for a change. Bit of a high step for me to get up and down, but anyway, we do it. You've seen Rangers. I don't have to show you the back. I don't have to show you these things. I think I'm wasting your time. The point of the Raptor is, it's the halo. It is the one that you want to be seen in. It's the one that you want people to see you in. That you drive a Raptor. The pity of the Raptor, in my book, is that so few people will ever use them to the level they're designed to be used. Because they are fun with capital letters. Under the bonnet, you've got a 3-litre V6 petrol turbo engine, 292 kilowatts, 584 Newton meters of torque, driving your choice of 2 or 4 wheels through Ford's 10-speed automatic gearbox. Beast. That's the word for it. Ford, you're going to absolutely hate me for saying this, but really, why does this vehicle exist? But then again, it shows you've got a sense of humor, you've got a sense of fun, and you've got all those things, because this thing is just so absurd that it puts a grin on your face and makes you laugh every time you do this. I think that may give you just a quick impression of what I mean. V6 3-litre petrol turbo, 292 kilowatts and 584 Newton meters of torque through your 10-speed automatic gearbox in a bakkie. And not just any bakkie, an off-road orientated, off-road racing special bakkie. It's crazy. It is totally crazy, but it's fun. It's got it all. I mean, just listen to this. I'm going to open the window and just, I'm sure you can hear that I'm not even pushing it. You may get a bit of wind noise as well, but it's worth it, isn't it? It handles like a sports car. It accelerates like a sports car. It goes like a sports car. We know for a fact, we've always known that the new generation Ranger has the most exceptionally smooth ride. Now, it may be compromised a touch by the off-road suspension, off-road tires, off-road everything else, but it still is really, really a good ride for a bakkie. Okay, I can't make my little turning point in one go like in many other vehicles, but very few buckies could do that anyway, and I don't care about that, quite honestly. This thing is the biggest grin inducer I've come across in a long, long time, and I can still put my toys on the back if that's what I wanted to do. It just does it in the most absurd, crazy, ridiculous ways, but makes it so much fun that it is crazy, crazy stuff. That's all I can say. But I love it. Of course, you've got your TFT screen as the instrumentation. We know this. This is so standard Ranger. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but what I have to show you is that figure there. 380 odd Ks done so far on this test. 13.7 liters per 100. And I can tell you that's probably one of the better figures you're going to see from this vehicle from anybody. But it's such fun doing it that sometimes do you care, sometimes don't you care. You've also got all your configurable instrumentation. I'll spend a week if I have to go through it all, but you can just press the buttons. You know what it's about. I'm not going to show you too much because it'll just waste time right now. But I think you know what I'm talking about, so let's just leave it there for now. Okay, you got my picture. It gives you everything you want. On the steering wheel, you got that red stripe over there. I was asked what it's for. Well, it's to show you that your wheels are centered when you're off-roading. Great stuff there. You've obviously got every control possible on the steering wheel. Look at this, you can see on that side over there. You've got it all over there. You've got your cruise control. You've got everything else. It's active cruise control. Obviously, you've got active everything when it comes to safety on this vehicle as well. And because it's the Raptor, you have got paddles behind the steering wheel too. So what more can you ask for? I have to ask you that way. And it just gives you every single thing you could possibly want. You've got the standard, I call it, 13-inch tablet screen that you get on every Ranger. You're used to it. But what's different, of course, on this one is, look, you've got driver assistance, but the most important is off-road. So there you've got all your off-road settings. You've got your diff locks over there, your rear diff lock over there, front and rear diff lock. It shows you what's going on. You've got your camera systems. You've got all these very, very fancy camera systems as well that you know what you're getting. I can't show it all to you because it'll take too long, quite honestly, but it's all on the screen. You've got everything obviously in this massive screen that can split into sections as well. That is really useful for you. So if you just press the buttons over there, you can see, and their parking assistance, you can just keep on going overhead. It's just got everything you can possibly want to make off-roading nice and easy as well. You come down over here, you've got your aircon controls. They are buttons still. I like that. Thank you for that, Ford. And then you've got your inductive charging pad over there with USB A and C and a 12 volts. So you've got all of those over there. And by the way, Android Auto works very nicely wirelessly as well on this car. Your 10-speed auto gear shift, which is standard to all of the Rangers. But of course, this is one of the magic buttons or knobs over here. I've only driven it in 2 high, but you've got 4 high, 4 low, and 4 auto. 4 auto obviously is where you leave it to the car's brains to think for you, if that's what you want to do. And then over here, you've got, if you really want to turn off your DSC, your skid control, that one I have used a lot, turns off the stop-start system. You know from previous videos I hate stop-starts. And over here are your different terrains as well. You press that over there and you'll see it shows you, it should show you over here. But you've got all your different settings for mud, sand, soft, wet, and of course Baya mode, which is the racing mode, because don't forget the suspension underneath this vehicle. Now, what's unique to the Raptor, of course, besides the engine, is look at the orange trim in various places around the dashboard, and look at these seats. Again, what are seats like this doing in a bakkie? I've got to ask you that question. What are they doing? Little Alcantara bits in between to hold you in place, lots of orange, but it looks the part. There's no doubt about it. So the question becomes, as is normal with Ford, in the new generation Ranger, there's a massive range of Rangers, with this being the Halo model. and it really is. It's the only one with a V6 petrol engine, for example. It's the only one with quite the suspension and underneath that they've got on this one, to the extent the Wildtrak X comes close, but it doesn't quite get there, or the Wildtraks even. So there's where you look and think, is this suited to everyday driving? Is it suited to on-road driving? I know it's suited to off-roading in extreme ways. But this is what is called a halo model. This is the one you want to be seen in. And to so many car buyers, that's what counts. It's not the fit for purpose factor. It's not the, is this really what I need or don't need, or is there a lesser model that suits me better? It's, I want to be seen in a Raptor. And if that's what you want, and so many people do, buy one. Go for it. It's worth every cent of the approximately 1.2 million rand purchase price. But you can go down from there, get a Wildtrak with a 3-litre V6 diesel for just over $1 million. Or you can go even cheaper and get the Wildtrak X, which has some of the suspension tricks this one's got, not all, some, but in the 2-litre bi-turbo, and save even more money. But then again, it's always up to you, isn't it? Competitor-wise, you can only look at the Isuzu AT35, and they're just about to launch the new generation Hilux GR Sport. Those are your competitors here. But none of them have the engine this has. This is unique. Fun stuff, fascinating stuff, and what a fun test. For MotorMatters, Change Cars, and all things motoring, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm the owner of Change Cars and the host of the TV show All Things Motoring. I have one mission, and that is to make a difference to the motoring public. Making a difference how? Making sure that you have safe options, making sure that you have knowledge. In that regard, it is my absolute pleasure and privilege to work with Alan Rosenmeyer of MotorMatters. The man with a hat, I'm the man with no hat. He's the man with the knowledge. Thank you for watching.